Ragnarok Online just added a new expanded class for the first time in years. And this one actually has a very fun looking and unique concept worth talking about. If you've been playing RO long enough, you know what expanded classes are. Taekwon, Ninja, Gunslinger, classes that exist outside the main job tree. They do their own thing, with their own mechanics, and they've always been the most personality-rich classes in the game. Also, maybe not the most powerful either. In December 2025, Korean RO announced a new one called a Druid. What is a Druid? In Celtic mythology, Druids weren't just wizards. They were something older like priests or scholars, intermediaries between the human world and the natural one. Shape-shifting was part of the tradition. The ability to become an animal wasn't a trick. It was a form of understanding. You become what you need to understand. Ragnarok Online takes that concept and builds an entire class system around it. The Druid fights in 3 states: human, beast, and bird. Each one is a different character, mechanically. The same job, 3 ways to exist. Beast form is the predator. You charge into melee, you shred with claws, and your attacks leech HP back to you. It's straightforward. Get in, do damage, sustain yourself through combat. The fantasy is exactly what it sounds like. A person who turned into something that should scare you. I personally think it's really badass. And finally, after so many years, we get a class that is and truly feels feral. Bird form is the opposite. You stay back. You fire feathers from range, you support allies, and your movement kit lets you close distance fast and immediately reposition behind the target. It's a hit and run ranged fighter with a repositioning tool built into the same button that closes the gap. That's unusual design for RO. Most ranged classes don't get that kind of mobility built in. Human form is the mage. Without a transformation active, the Druid draws on natural energy to cast spells across 3 elements: water, cold and precise; wind, fast and thundering; earth, slow, sustained, overwhelming. 3 distinct magical identities in one job. You're not a fire mage or an ice mage. You're a natural world mage, and which part of nature you call on depends on the situation. The interesting design choice is that these 3 forms aren't just aesthetic. The announcement is clear that each transformation has its own combat identity. So a Druid who only plays beast form and a Druid who only plays bird form are in practice playing different games inside the same class. Druid uses axes, maces, and daggers. That's a deliberately awkward combination. No single weapon dominates, and the spread suggests the 3 forms genuinely lean on different tools. Daggers for beasts' fast melee, axes or maces for earth forms' heavier magic. The gear list is designed around a class that isn't supposed to be one thing. Expanded classes have always occupied the space that the main job tree doesn't. Ninja gives you a stealth/burst hybrid that no second job covers. Gunslinger gives you a gun user in a world of swords and staffs. Druid gives you a shapeshifter whose identity literally changes in combat. It's filling a design space Ragnarok Online hasn't touched before. The job advances from Karnos to Aletheia, sitting at the same tier as Rebellion and Nightwatch in the expanded class hierarchy. Each advancement unlocks deeper skills across all 3 forms. There is one thing I don't like about them though. It's their sprites. They feel too similar to Elemental Masters, 4th jobs of Sage, or Windhawks. I feel like a Druid should have a much more feral feel, more wild accent, maybe some animal fur or feathers. Maybe Gravity hasn't finalized those yet. This is Korean Ragnarok Online, the original, the main server, the one that most of us playing on global versions aren't on. Druid isn't coming to Ragnarok Zero Global anytime soon at least. This isn't a preview of what's next for us, unfortunately, because this would have been quite exciting, but it's worth knowing it exists, because Ragnarok Online has been running since 2002 and is still designing classes with genuine mechanical concepts behind them. A shape-shifting naturalist mage fighter who plays differently in 3 different animal states is not a small idea. I'm liking it. The game is still thinking, it still continues to expand and add new content, and I think that's pretty cool. Let me know what do you think about the class, and don't forget to join the official Ragnarok Zero Global server, link in the description.